Starlight lied to you just now. She did. I don't make mistakes. I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better. I'm not some weak-kneed fucking crybaby that goes around fucking apologizing all the time. And why the fuck would you want me to
Go to
be?
fucking commercial, Roger. Go to fucking commercial.
Don't you dare stop rolling, Roger.
The Boys is a dark satirical superhero television series created by Eric Kripke for Prime Video, based on the comic book series by Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson. It subverts the traditional superhero genre by depicting supes as deeply corrupt celebrities manipulated by a greedy corporation. The story starts with Huey Campbell's girlfriend, Robin, being accidentally obliterated by a speedster supe, A-Train, refusing a corporate settlement. Billy Butcher recruits Huey to join a vigilante group, the Boys, dedicated to exposing and stopping the supes, especially the Seven. And at the very top of Seven sits Homelander, the leader of the Seven, America's greatest hero. Homelander is definitely the strongest character in the Boys, with abilities that make him almost unbeatable. He can fly, shoot lasers from his eyes, is immune to bullets and probably rockets, or in other words, this guy is basically unstoppable. He can take down just about anyone on the planet without even getting worked up, and yet for all that power, Homelander behaves like a child, not just an immature adult, not just a narcissist, a child. A child who never learned how to handle rejection, and never learned that the world doesn't revolve around him. The only difference is that most children can't level a city with their laser eyes, but Homelander can. However, the scariest thing about Homelander is not really his superhuman strength, it's his emotional immaturity. Or should I say his complete lack thereof. Emotional maturity means being able to deal with criticism, regulate your feelings, and own up to your mistakes. This guy can't do any of these things. Throughout the series, his self-worth depends almost entirely on validation from other people. He needs people to love him. He needs people to admire him. He needs people to tell him he's special. When he receives that validation, he feels invincible. When he loses it, he falls apart. Look at Season 2. When public opinion starts turning against him, Homelander becomes obsessed with fixing his image. At one point of that season, he literally imagines massacring a crowd because they revolted against him. As a matter of fact, the public outrage itself was sparked thanks to Homelander's failures. The guy doesn't deal with conflict well either. Any form of disagreement is a blow to his ego, and hitting back is his only default response. Plus, he's addicted to praise. It's bizarre for someone supposedly above mere mortals to keep checking what everyone below thinks of him. It's like he is stuck in an endless loop of affirmations. In Season 3, Episode 8, a protester throws a can at Ryan, Homelander kills him on the spot. But the crowd cheers, and Homelander goes ham. It's a twisted celebration of brutality. For Homelander, it's like throwing a tantrum and having everyone support it. This loop of him acting like a total madman, and getting adoration for it solidifies how messed up he and the world of the Boys truly is. It's the equivalent of a child throwing a tantrum, and everyone around them applauding except this child has godlike powers. And that's what explains Homelander's ascension to tyranny, which happens eventually, later in the series. The unfortunate irony of Homelander begins with the emotional flaw he possesses getting amplified into a shape of narcissism by his unlimited power. In Season 3, Homelander manages to get Stan Edgar out of Vought Corporation. He murdered Supersonic to threat Starlight to not cross his way, which forces Starlight to leave Vought while exposing a lot about the Quit. Although this situation backfires, as everyone at Vought who might have opposed Homelander is now gone. He stops pretending to be the kind of hero the media and the Vought PR team have always tried to portray him as. A prime example of Homelander's man-child nature is revealed later in the series. In the final season of The Boys, we see Soldier Boy survive the virus, and later on, it is explained by Samir that the supes who have taken the first generation of Compound V, or in other words, the V1, are naturally immune to the virus. Moreover, with the help of Soldier Boy, he actually got the V1, with everyone around him too scared to oppose him. He ultimately viewed himself not just as a hero, but as a god, quite literally. His need for adoration morphed into a dangerous belief that he was above humanity. A being that needed no one and nothing. But his delusion didn't last for too long. With Frenchie and Sister Sage's help, Kimiko developed the same chest blast ability as Soldier Boy. In the final episode, we see that Homelander finally lost his powers after getting hit by Kimiko's blast. After Homelander lost his powers, his entire identity was shattered, culminating in him being brutally beaten by Butcher and reduced to begging for his life. Finding himself completely helpless, Homelander physically debases himself in front of Billy Butcher, desperately begging and crying for his life like the child he actually is. However, completely unmoved by the whimpering villain, Butcher steps forward to deliver final justice for his late wife. Butcher plows a crowbar straight through Homelander's head, ripping open his skull and killing him instantly, drawing the curtain to America's strongest and the once self-proclaimed god. Homelander's life. If you have watched this video so far, I bet you enjoy character analysis videos like this. In that case, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Also drop a comment to let me know what was your favorite meme of Homelander from the show.